It was good that you were afflicted, and God turned it around and work it for your good. We're going to go into scripture, Psalms 119, verse 71. It was good for me to be afflicted so that I might learn your decrees. So this is from the NIV version. And what the devil meant for evil, God turned it around for your good. Read Genesis 50:20. I'm going to explain this, actually talk about the story of Joseph briefly. So what Joseph did is he shared his dreams with his brothers and also with his dad too. And Joseph had favor. He had the favor of God on his life. But when Joseph was sharing, he had shared many dreams. What happened, his brothers had become jealous of him. And so they were conspiring. They were trying to decide if they wanted to kill him. And then one of them said, let's not kill him. Let's just sell him into a slave. And so that's what they did. They sold him to Potiphar in Egypt. But even him being sold as a slave over to Potiphar, he had what happened with Joseph is he got favor with Potiphar, with his master, and because of that favor, Potiphar made him the head of the house. However, Joseph went through more, another trial came for Joseph. And what happened, Potiphar's wife, because Joseph was a handsome guy, she was seducing him. And she kept making advances towards him. And he rejected those advances because he didn't want to sin against God, and also he was loyal to his master, to Potiphar. And so what she did, she made up a lie and said that Joseph assaulted her. And of course, Potiphar believed his wife, and Joseph got thrown into prison. Now Joseph is in the pit. And even while being in the pit, being in prison, Joseph even got favor there with one of the prisoners who was connected with Pharaoh, because Joseph could interpret dreams. And that guy, he would the person that was the guy that was connected with Pharaoh was so impressed with him that he brought his name to Pharaoh. And then what happened, Pharaoh made him, had promoted him to be second in charge. Pretty much made him his right-hand man. And so Joseph got promoted. Now Joseph was in prison for a couple years, but he got promoted and to be as pretty much the right-hand man, Pharaoh's right-hand man. So even through the adversity, Joseph had fulfilled his calling, and he showed forgiveness because his brothers did not know didn't know that he was in this position. And so Joseph, even the same ones that threw him in the pit, that sold him into slavery, he is the one that rescued and delivered them and made a way, for his brothers and for his family. Because his dad thought that he was that he was not even here, that he was gone. And so Joseph paved the way for his family. Even his his own brothers, that was the one that conspired against him. He saved them, and he had forgiveness, but he fulfilled God's calling because it was not only inclusive to him, but also his family benefited from it as well. And that really is what being a chosen one, when you being a chosen vessel, you are the one that is going to break the generational curse. So it's inclusive to you, but you're the one that is going to pave the way. This is why you have gone through just trials and tribulations that is just not normal, that normal people don't go through. And there's a reason why you are still here, because some of us should not even be here, because what has happened through, with you, some people wouldn't have survived it, what has happened with you. But God has put grace and mercy, and he has preserved you because of what he has put in you. You know, the enemy has been trying to take you out, and to with some of you since you were as a child. So what the devil meant for evil, God turned around and make it for your good. And you see that with Joseph, and that is also with you as well, chosen one. But just know that God is going to give you double for your trouble. Rejection is God's protection. And you have to understand that God sees all things. He's omnipresent. And he knows the heart of people, and he hears conversations that you and I did not hear concerning us. This is why they cannot destroy you. He didn't promise that the weapon would not. He didn't say that the weapon wouldn't form, but what he said is that the weapon would not prosper. So you're as long as you stay in alignment with the Most High, you are going to be the one that's going to pave the way for your family, be the generational curse breaker. You're going to get double for your trouble. The season is upon us now. You're going to get double for your trouble. You're going to get more than what you had prayed for restored. And I'm going to say this, just like with Joseph, them hateful family members, you actually going to be helping some of them. God going to have you. He's just using you. You being the one to pave the way and being a walking testimony. So that's my message. Stay prayed up. God bless.